talking. That one was tough. I see me some small fries.
Treasure chest! Goodies for the taking. The young swordsman's fighting style is quite lovely. I cannot help but be entranced by it. I was about to make the same comment about yours. It's bewitching, elegant, and ruthless all at once. I wish I could take it all in for myself. It seems we have much in common. For sure.
Oh, no. They're like two psychopathic peas in a pod.
Located. Treasure located. Treasure located. not out of character for me to plan for every conceivable contingency.
Why go to all that effort? Figure out what the hell that guy's after.
I don't care about the whys or hows. I already know everything I need to know. You've gone too damn far this time, Sal.
Treasure chest!
Looks like some good loot.
And this place just keeps going up and up.
Hey, let's say we take fun.
Nice and refreshed.
Greetings, Van. It's so good of you to join us.
Austin!
Aaron, you came. I'm so glad to see you're okay. It's been a while since we last spoke, White Orchid Dragon, is what I'd normally say. But you're the one who gave me that job, right? How do you do? We may have crossed blades back in the old capital, but I've never had the pleasure of sharing a conversation with you.
My. Never would I have expected you to enlist the aid of not only the divine blade of silver, but also Marduk and the society. Your popularity among unscrupulous individuals is growing at an alarming rate. Yeah, and so have my debts with them, much to my chagrin. But I'll grin and bear it. I knew I needed a stacked deck if I was to beat your ass. Why, thank you. I must give my compliments to you as well. You surmounted every obstacle I laid along your path.
Shut the hell up, you piece of shit. I'm only gonna ask this once. Was it you, Sal? Were you the one who framed Fawn and poisoned Gien?
Did you reach that? You're exactly right.
He actually confessed.
You son of a bitch! Do you have any idea what you've done? Thanks to you, the Liu family's in shambles, and you've made a mess out of my town!
You think I'm not aware of all that? I can assure you. I am acting in the best interest of Heiyue.
What are you talking about? You framed Baba and poisoned Yeye. I know you've always made sacrifices and used whatever means necessary to achieve your goals. But even so, you... The Tao Li I knew from so long ago would never have been so cruel to Baba and Yeye! To our family! Ashen!
I haven't known you as long as Ashin, but for the most part, I agree with her. I'm sure you've got some justification for your actions. You wouldn't say I had no other choice unless you meant it. I get that. But even if I understand, I don't have to accept it. Someone has to make you pay for what you've done, and that someone is gonna be me!
Well said. Very well. Let us put a pin in this little chat for now. Looky here. The Liu family Shangsho have come out to play.
We saw this coming a celt away. Indeed, we did. They're like the Shungsho we encountered at the old capital, though these guys are way stronger.
Let us commence this bout.
Oh. I don't often get to see the techniques of Geka firsthand.
I'm gonna wipe that smug grin right off your face!
This one's pretty sizable, so don't get caught. Then, let us do battle. This is all for Heiyue's sake. Now's a good time to boost. I will fight.
Hop to it, Shizuna!
Now's a great time for a short engaging skill. Searing form, duality.
Unchained.
And quit!
I Enjoy! Illustrious dogs!
Well fought. Well, it's no surprise that my Shangsho wouldn't hold a candle to the divine blade of silver and the golden butterfly.
They weren't bad or anything, though they're coordinated.
And then there was one.
I'm gonna cut you a deal, Sao. Give up nicely, and I'll let you off the hook. With a broken bone or two.
Oh, how very tempting. Unfortunately, I think I'll have to decline. I have a counter proposal. How about I take this chance to clear the air, as well as your gross misunderstanding of the situation. In truth, the uprising was conducted... Huh?
Yeah, approved it?
Thought so.
It all started at the end of last year, when the link between the Lai family and Almada was exposed. As a result, they were promptly ousted from the council, but the damage to Heiyue's reputation had already been done. After all, any connection to those terrorists... Almada's many atrocities brought forth chaos and disorder upon the criminal underworld. They planted seeds of doubt in our fair organization, and had we not uprooted them, our status would have withered and perished.
Yeah, I can see how that'd suck for you guys. You're the ultimate authority of the criminal underworld. So, you can't go around breaking your founding principles willy-nilly.
That seed of doubt could have sprouted further uprisings. Maybe even led to the formation of a second or third Almada. That's why you chose to eliminate any trace of uncertainty in a few decisive blows.
I couldn't have put it better myself. We had to cleanse the rot that had been festering within Heiyue. Simply put, we had grown too big too fast. And we had to eradicate the infestation that was tearing us apart at the seams. That's why we fanned the flames of the Lai family uprising, and acted as though the Liu family was entering its final chapter.
How could they go that far? Ye allowed himself to be poisoned just for that?
The chances of receiving Fawn's approval were next to none. So, thankfully, he was plenty agreeable from behind bars. As for Gien, we ensured that he was administered a non-lethal dose of poison. I saw to that myself. In fact, we just received word that Gien has safely recovered. You needn't worry about him a moment longer.
Oh, that's...
What the hell?
A non-lethal poison is a rare find. But who was your supplier, I wonder? That's a very good question indeed.
In any event, our actions have more or less satisfied those who are plotting the Liu family's downfall, which means all is well in the criminal underworld. And our rule within it is once again uncontested. Very soon, the name of the greatest syndicate in the Republic will reverberate throughout its underbelly once more.
So that's Tao and Ye's goal.
And to you, deception and betrayal are small prices to pay. It even links back to everything with the tyrant. I guess this is Heiyue's way of doing things. There has to be a line. A line that you should never, ever cross!
Well, I suppose we can agree to... I know our machinations have caused you no end of trouble.
Were Aaron and I just pawns in your eyes? Is that all we are to you? Oh, that's okay. I'm just relieved you didn't betray us, Tao.
Sorry to rain on your parade after you just put a bow on this whole thing, but I'm gonna need you to cut the bullshit already.
What do you...
You say you're acting in Heiyue's best interest, but we both know that couldn't be further from the truth. If you just wanted to dump the waste, you could have had this whole thing wrapped up by this afternoon.
Yeah, and also, pulling yourself up at the top of a building and putting armed robots around every corner is, not something an innocent man does. But it is true that creating this situation was Mr. Lee's true aim. What does that mean?
The lie becomes the truth. And the truth becomes a lie. I've had enough of your games, Sao! Just tell me what the hell it is you're planning!
I say we streamline
wish to know my true aim, I'll enlighten you. I'm paving the way for the next generation of Heiyue by founding a new family.
Oh no, not you!
Guess that solves the mystery of who his boss is.
A new family?
In other words, he wants a... Think I'm fine. My, what a lofty ambition. Do be careful not to get crushed under its weight.
I wouldn't dream of it, madam. I've been laboring towards this dream for much too long, and now it is finally seeing the light of day. My time has arrived at last.
Just as my patience was beginning to wane, we need only stall them until the witnesses arrive. Isn't that right, new head of the Lee family?
Oh, so that's his game.
Now it all makes sense. Since Heiyue's inception, the elders have been the top dogs of the organization. The numbers have gone up and down in the past, but it's almost impossible for a family to lose their seat entirely. Then the impossible happened. If you manage to take it for yourself, you'll have achieved your...
Well done. You have seen right through my devious scheme.
I knew you were the type to aim high. Not with Gaolong as your right-hand man. You've got everything you need to nab that special spot for yourself.
He also has the Lai family remnants. And
No, you're right on the mark. I even have a foothold in Crossbell. The other elders will have no choice but to recognize us. Let us celebrate the impending birth of my Lee family. I've invited a special guest who will also partake in the festivities.
not so fast! The shadow we saw at the eroded cave.
Takes a real coward to try a sneak attack like that one.
Nice reflexes there. You can leave that thing to me, Aaron.
Gotcha! Thanks for having my back.
You seriously call me that thing?
I will be expecting you to give this fight your all.
Hey, it's a drag. It's a girl?
That face.
Uh-huh. You must be the poor abandoned child who that man plucked from the garden. Now. What?
Boss!
Oh.
Are you saying?
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers, so I'm ignoring you. I'd say I'm sorry, but I'm not supposed to lie either. You're that Spriggan, right? You made him the penalty for that.
Oh, great. The little brat has a look-alike.
My, you're such a naughty little thing.
And now, all the actors. Although, with the divine blade of silver and the golden butterfly on your team.
There it is.
That's the very same one we saw earlier.
Now,
So this is what Ix was talking about.
I understand that this is a rare opportunity to test your mettle against. Unfortunately, I will have to ask that we fight as an...
I see.
I suppose I can treat.
They aren't gonna make this one easy for us.
We'll have to be especially careful against her. I can keep her at bay. I get to fight Gecko Masters and a wielder of shadows. I couldn't ask for better opponents.
This time, Aaron, I will be coming at you with everything I have.
You condescending bastard! I'm gonna break your ugly face!
Deploying shards. Let's rumble.
Let us fight to the death. I leave the heavy lifting to you, Gaolong.
Let's just get this over with.
Now's a good time to boost. Activating
Ha!
skill.
Blazing flash! Barry, now!
A boost would work here. I suggest we strike now. Skill.
Push back!
Right. Jason up! Now's a great time for a shard. Try and see through this. Yeah. I won't hold back. Now's your chance for a shard boost. Go get him, Tiger. So annoying.
Epic blade.
I'm feeling
Don't screw with me!
Now activating skill.
We're only just getting started.
Is this all you have to offer?
Now we're talking.
Now's a great time for a shard. Engaging skill.
Now, Barry.
Activating skill.
Enough yet?
Want to go another round? Huh?
Under normal circumstances, I would gladly accept that invitation.
I wouldn't. I'm done.
I believe I'm rather spent as well. Ah, our witnesses have just arrived. In
Papa! Yeah! Mr. Liu has been released.
Yan's already back on his feet?
I am. The poison has completely left my system. There is much I'd like to say on this matter, but for now, I'll just say thank you.
my apologies for all the trouble I've caused. I was simply carrying out Yan's will to the best of my ability.
You carried it out brilliantly as always. Well, save for one. Are you really intending to found a new family? I knew this day would come eventually.
You're not going to stop him?
Of course not. We're well past the point of no return. My only regret is that I'm losing such a valuable and dependable subordinate. If we attempt to stop him now, Heiyue will fall into further confusion.
But...
My imprisonment may have ended without prosecution, but it was still caused by a rift within the Liu family, even if Cao were to return now. This is what's best for Heiyue. In fact, the White Orchid Dragon has my blessing.
What?
Are you serious?
Guess that's it then. Cao resolved Heiyue's internal debacle in one fell swoop and formed a new family in the process. Your people are going to be talking about this for weeks.
Or perhaps even months. It is being led by the famous White Orchid Dragon, after all.
The Liu family will no doubt lose some of its authority in the wake of this. That said, I sincerely believe this will benefit Heiyue as a whole.
But... you can't!
I will take that to mean you approve of our plan. Excellent. If the Liu family, as well as the head of the elders, acknowledge us, then our family is as good as formed. All right, let's leave it at that for today. We can announce our plans to the other elders at a later date.
Teleporting away.
I'm not finished with you, you bastard!
Know your place, boy! The window for discussion has closed. This is now strictly a Heiyue matter. An indecisive child has no place to speak here.
I would gladly welcome you into my Lee family should you decide to join. Your first order of business, however.
I think we'll have to back off, bud.
Cao! Wait! I don't understand!
Lady Ashen, let me leave you with these parting words. The Cao Li who spent 10 years in the Liu family and the man who served you was not me. You may treat that time as nothing more than a blissful dream. I implore you, young lady, wake up to reality. Oh yes, I have a gift for you, Van. Consider it a small token of my thanks for participating in the founding of the Lee family.
Hey, I wanted to give that to Ix. Oh well, what's done is done.
This is all I get for putting up with this charade? At least throw in some Mira for my trouble, you cheapskate. I'm gonna make you answer for what you did to my assistant and my client. Don't think this lets you off the hook.
Duly noted. Farewell.
Ashen.
Who the hell do you think you are? You think you can just break her heart and run away? I'm not gonna let you get away with that! Sally!
think I'll call up Qasim and give my report.
The fragments of that device do not have a purpose by themselves, but they do wield considerable power. I do not know what will happen when all of the pieces are gathered, but that matter is outside the purview of my research.
Regardless, this concludes our inquiry. Deploying Ms. Twinings, Ms. Alton, and even you was, if I may boast, a prudent judgment call on my part.
I hardly did anything at all. The fixers did most of the heavy lifting, even if they did receive help from unexpected sources. However, there is still more to be done, yes?
Correct. The moment this incident was resolved, a different location was marked as a red zone. The threat level for that place has risen 2 ranks to triple. Allow me to inform you the name.
Looks like they're finally making their move over in the capital. I suppose I'd better wrap up my work here pronto.
Okay, I did what you asked me to do. How goes your work?
Almost. No need to keep asking. I'll get it done. I suggest you hurry along back to base and get plenty of bed rest.
Those orders are music to my ears.
Once you two have gotten some shut-eye, we can get our little sideshow on the road. We'll make their restful respite an event to remember.
Those are impressive results. Then I'll update your rank.
I'll gladly take that. Can't complain with that.
I had a great time. The breeze feels cool. It's been a while since I rode an airliner. I've only ever taken them on Jaeger expeditions.
I usually don't ride them either, unless I have to fly out of the country. Otherwise, my truck suits me just fine.
Can't deny this thing makes good time. I'd probably be having the time of my life if it wasn't for all that stuff that happened last week.
Aaron.
I think this trip will be a good chance to put that stuff out of your mind. She told you not to worry when we left. Remember?
Yeah, I know.
Things might get a little crazy around here for a while, but don't worry. I'm going to do what I can to get things under control. I want you to focus on what you need to do for yourself.
She's giving it her all right now, so I got no right to do any less. I'll deal with Sal once everything's settled down.
Got it. As long as you've made your peace with everything.
Ah, there you are. Are you alright, Aaron?
Why is everybody making a fuss over me? Don't waste your life worrying about us grown-ups. You and Small Fry ought to spend it slacking off and pranking people.
And turn out like you? No thanks.
Well, at least he's acting like himself.
I'll take it if it means we're all in high spirits. Well then, I say we kick back and relax until it's time to disembark.
We will need to confirm the situation once we're on the ground. Then we can meet up with Miss Claudel when she arrives.
Attention all passengers. We will soon be arriving at our destination. Please return to your seats and prepare for landing.
Well, that was fast.
The invitation said we'll be going to a private resort off the southern coast of Calvert.
Oh, so that's Nemeth Island, huh?
landing here on the landing strip.
This place would make for a nice weekend getaway. Too bad this isn't a normal vacation.
I know what you mean. Still, I'm sure we can have some fun.
Y'all got your bags off the...
Yeah, Wait, you brought your truck?
Of course I did. I wasn't gonna leave her in Longport. She'd get lonely.
That's Calvert for you. It's the one place that lets you bring a truck on an airliner. Actually, I think I heard other countries in...
Oh, look! There's another air...
Huh? Isn't that...
That's the royal family's personal airship. I think they call it the Horvatot?
What's an Elsheim airliner doing down here?
I think they intend to land here.
Hey! Yoo-hoo! Up here! Van! Yes! Hello!
Those two are Swin and Nadia, right?
Yep. They're my new temps. Didn't expect them to come flying in on that thing.
It's so good to see you again.
It's nice to see you too. It feels like it's been so long. I really am glad you're here. That goes for everyone else too. I'm so happy to see you all again.
I mean, we did talk to each other plenty over comms.
I suppose that's true. Although, I think a physical reunion does merit some celebration.
It's been 3.5 months since we all met face to face. I didn't even realize it had been that long.
We finally got the whole band back together.
Why do I always get lumped in with you guys?
Sorry, but it's way too late to back out. Master's the only one who gets a pass. Anywho, sounds like a lot happened back in the capital.
Yeah. I know you've been through a lot too, Van. I'm just glad we were all able to meet up again like this. Oh, right. I guess this is your first time meeting Swin and Nadia.
We already met briefly over the comms the other day, but yeah, I suppose we should introduce... I'm Swin, and...
Nice to finally meet the rest of the crew. Welcome to the team.
We really appreciate you filling in for Mr. Arkwright.
I heard a little bit about you from Risha.
Oh, Arax told you about us? I never knew she was friends with a famous movie star. Can I have your autograph? Oh, and I'm totally...
Yeah, you're not fooling anyone.
Sure was a surprise to see you guys come in on a royal family airliner. Guess I can look forward to an outrageous bill coming my way soon.
Oh, come now. We're friends, aren't we? Let's... If it bothers you that much, though, I'm not so narrow...
You haven't.
Hey, be nice, Sharid. That's no way to treat an old friend. In fact, we really ought to be treating him like part of the family, given all that he did for you last year.
Well, I suppose I can't argue with you there.
Nice to meet you, Your Highness. I heard you helped my temps out a little while back.
The pleasure's all mine, Van Arkwright. On behalf of my brother, I'd like to thank you for all you've done for him. You resolved the Tharbad and Basel incidents. Oh, and I'm sure you played a pivotal role in settling countless other crises. If I can have a few moments of your time, I would love it if you could regale us with tales of your exploits.
Well, I mean, I really don't think it'd be all that interesting.
Anyway, the whole thing came together kind of suddenly because we couldn't find any good flights.
Just when we thought we were at the end of our rope, she was all like, you must be Hawk.
Who's that?
Well, you know, information...
Elaine? And Shin?
What are Ren and Mariana doing here?
Hello, Van. It's been, what, a month now?
We've got all the luggage taken care of, Your Highness. Splendid! You've been a tremendous help, Shin.
Wow! This place is so luxurious. I've never been to such a snazzy resort before.
It's really too bad this isn't a pleasure trip. I would have enjoyed having...
You must be the guest that will be staying with us this weekend. We'll get you over to the villa straight away.
What's next? Lantern launch!
And here's the Villa Lounge. Looks like there's a lot of stuff I can order here.
The lounge is directly connected to the hotel. It's almost like having your own private beach.
Beach trips are a drag when the only faces around are familiar ones. Huh? What are they doing here?
Huh. I never realized it before. This whole sunbathing thing feels pretty darn good. Clear skies above us. Although even with summer away, I really should have put in a request with...
sabbatical, and there'll be...
Oh, was it a sabbatical? But during...
That's none of their business.
Let's do this. refreshing than the good old sea breeze. Makes me pleased as punch.
You're really starting to sound like an old fart. We're at a resort, man. Live a little.
And you brought the rest of the crew along too.
Time to go solve some problems.
Looks like the gang's all here.
You're so
That's a wrap.
Reward deposited.
Yes. Finally get to have the opportunity to do some connection events.